reality contestants have the X Factor, while others make us say WTF. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 WTF X Factor auditions. For this list, we're focusing specifically on wacky auditions from the UK version of the X Factor, so any auditions from the American edition won't appear here.
Lauren Wagner's back.
Number 10. The Ghost Whisperer.
I'm going to leave a hard footprint on that room, so when I leave, they're going to be talking about me.
West London's J-Star Valentine undoubtedly has a defined look going on when he steps in for his audition. Unfortunately, that star quality he claims he has isn't reflected in his vocals. Hallelujah has seen a great many renditions over the years, but his ghastly or ghostly runs are a first.
Yeah!
In fact, J-Star's bizarre audition transfixes the judges so much that Nicole Scherzinger, an American, seems to speak with a different tongue. Fellow judge Gary Barlow is rather harsh with his mimicry of J-Star, but the contestant doesn't really seem to notice anyway. How does that song go again?
Yeah! Hallelujah!
Number 9. The Hype Factor.
If we had to say one, it'd probably be like P. Diddy and Usher.
Okay.
Inspired by the likes of P. Diddy, Usher, and even Rick Astley, this duo consists of a passionate lead vocalist and one heck of a hype man. To their credit, Anton and Seb don't try to impress with flashy clothing, yet their perplexing give-and-take performance speaks for itself.
No doubt you look so fine. Whoa. Girl, I wanna make you mine.
Yeah, come on.
On his own, Anton might have had a chance, but Seb's odd vocal aesthetic and utter confusion distracts throughout. How do we know this wasn't just some act? Well, Anton and Seb's final plea leans more towards despair than self-awareness, and that's usually the final breaking point for fed-up judges.
It's just...
Come on, Simon.
Oh, guys, come on.
Come on, we know we're good enough, Simon. No disrespect, but we've heard we're pretty good.
Number 8. Oh Mercy.
Release me. 1, 2, 3.
For this audition, the audience is slightly bigger than normal. Yet Sherlina Johnson doesn't seem fazed whatsoever. She's classically trained, but her vocal techniques are revealed to be a musical exorcism. Performing Duffy's Mercy, Sherlina seems confident in her own stage presence, yet she also seems lost in her performance, and not in a good way, as each moment becomes even more bizarre than the last. Sherlina doesn't quite end with a bang either, but she's clearly got some passion. Sherlina actually manages to make it through, but we'd still have to describe her audition as random.
We need it! We need it! Oh, we need it!
Number 7. Power and Projection.
And Sophie, is this your first audition?
Yeah, in front of a live audience like this, yeah.
Given the relatively relaxed demeanor of Sophie Stockel and the lead-in interviews, it seemed like she could be on the brink of stardom. Sadly, the Sophie Stockel train derails quickly, mostly due to her offensive pitch.
You take my heart and I give you the rest of me too. You're the perfect man.
As Mom watches on, Judge Nicole Scherzinger acutely notes the power and projection, but it's just not meant to be, as Sophie is clearly lacking a fundamental understanding of how singing works. Even so, she's at least got a supportive family, although that doesn't always bode well if you can't sing to begin with. But Sophie got her 15 minutes of fame either way, even if that fame resulted from a WTF X Factor audition.
You're the perfect man for me.
Number 6. The Chicken Man.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Robert Unwin.
And what do you do?
I work in a chicken factory.
Good.
Robert Unwin sets an extremely high bar for awkward auditions. His body language doesn't ooze confidence, but the judges surprisingly find value in the vocals, which are unique to say the least.
Long and lonely, not
Oh, I've lost where I am. I can't. I'll just do the chorus because I'm a bit nervous.
Robert doesn't slay the audition, so to speak, but the judges call him back anyways. And the second time around is even more perplexing than the first.
Hi, Dad! Do you want to go for a ride? Jump in! I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic.
With his rendition of Barbie Girl, the Chicken Man earns his golden ticket, but not because of his suave demeanor or poignant vocal texture. Honestly, we have to give him credit for trying to do both the male and female vocals of the Aqua hit.
There's not many people with a voice like yours, I've got to tell you. I think you got a really good voice.
Number 5. Fouet's Vision of Love.
Sweet me kind, sweetest of me.
Passionate about singing, and even more passionate about Mariah Carey singing, Fouet has a dream. But his Vision of Love rendition doesn't quite have the vocal polish of his idols.
Oh.
It's not that Fouet doesn't commit to the performance, he's clearly feeling the vibe. The problem is mostly the sound of his voice, and how he chooses to overemphasize each and every word. The judges are obviously confused, and the audience cheering only fuels the contestants' confidence.
Yeah.
That was not Vision of Love by Mariah Carey.
What's your next song?
I can sing you Hero if you want.
No, I know what it's going to sound like.
Do you want Hero?
By the time he arrives at Hero, Fouet seems to be speaking his own language, but you've got to respect his ability to captivate a crowd. Number 4. Evil Rachael.
Whatever song you want me to sing, I'll do it. Gwen Stefani, I can sing. Prince, I can sing. Sheila E., Kylie, I probably could do Danny as well. I can sing better than Madonna.
Attitude is everything on the X Factor, but some aspiring singers confuse attitude with contrived confidence. For Rachael, her posturing backfires, as she talks the talk and even holds an invisible microphone, but fails to walk the walk.
My sugar walls, ooh.
Given her disinterested demeanor and lackluster performance, the judges serve up a little of their own sass, and that's when the beast is unleashed.
And the truth of the matter is, you and you know you.
Rachael completely unloads on the judges, so much so that Sharon Osbourne's well-timed cassette zinger can easily be lost in the moment. Awkward and embarrassing, this WTF audition exemplifies pure negativity. Not a good look. Number 3. Water throwing.
But Louis sees what's coming.
Dressed for success, Debbie Stevens has a bold voice to match her bold persona. But if you choose a Whitney Houston Mariah Carey hit for an X Factor audition, then you'd better kill it.
Believe the hope is frail.
Unfortunately, the judges' skeptical reception sets Debbie off, and things get even worse when her charisma takes a hit.
You've got no star quality about you, there's no charisma.
You can see the wheels turning as the judges communicate the issues, but the audition takes a disturbing twist once Deb throws shade at Judge Louis Walsh.
You can't bloody sing, mate.
I don't want to be a sing.
I don't really care what you think. You can't sing. You have no talent. Get out.
Inexplicably, Louis throws professionalism aside and throws water at Debbie while trying to defend himself like a playground bully. It's all quite surreal and sophomoric. A truly WTF moment.
You threw water over
Because she was going to do it to me.
Number 2. Ablisa Gone Wild.
We just want to live the dream. We just want to get on the stage, be ourselves, show our personalities, and then hopefully the judges will like us.
So here's a couple of teenage girls that initially seem to vibe with each other. But despite their bubbly demeanors, Abbey and Lisa prove to be less than tactful on stage.
Hang on.
Shut up!
And so, their immaturity nearly ends the singing audition before it begins. And the poorly executed performance doesn't help matters.
Please, you know where I come from. You know my story.
We're not even mentioning the dueling personalities or not knowing how cousins work. Before the judges can even speak, the girls seal their own fate, spouting off and talking trash. And it only gets worse from there. You can always expect some verbal jabs on the X Factor, but it's not every day you see a teenage girl backhand her best friend during an audition. Ladies and gentlemen, Ablisa.
Cannot strike people.
When I said, who are you, I didn't mean it as a bad thing. I just didn't even know who she is.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Thank you, Holly. Simon?
Right, Holly, your mouth is far, far too big when you sing. I mean, it was like looking into a cave.
She's not saying something.
Go on, off you go. Leave the table.
Oh, God, I couldn't stop. I tried.
Shut up!
Shut up!
Number 1, ignorance is bliss. Though she boasts performing experience and a vibrant personality to rival or mimic Britney Spears, Lorna Bliss leaves us scratching our heads. By showcasing her best assets early on, Lorna brings a little raunchiness to the X Factor stage. Leaving little to the imagination in a fishnet and neon number, she rides Judge Louis like a pony, only to move her way down the panel and leave Gary Barlow sprinting in the other direction. To the judges, it's obvious that Lorna wants quick fame. And given Lorna's reaction, she obviously doesn't understand that a lap dance isn't appropriate for a popular singing competition. But given her appearance on Britain's Got Talent a year earlier, maybe she knew exactly what she was doing.
With a taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. You're toxic.
What's Michael gonna get?
Taste of a poison paradise.
Do you agree with our list?
This isn't going well, is it?
What do you think is the biggest WTF moment from the X Factor?
Well, we want to be worldwide selling artists.
Okay, off you go.
For more astounding top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to MsMojo.
It was so bad.